The Turkish Lira continues its tailspin. It tumbled this weekend to new record lows, trading at around 6.8 to the dollar. It has recovered, though, slightly. Still, it's crashed in total about 20% this month alone. Last week, President Trump approved doubling the steel and aluminum tariffs on Turkey. He also warned that his relationship with the country is not good. But Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan not backing down either. He's lashing out against the U.S. in a new speech last night.
I want them to know that we will not surrender. We will keep producing and we will keep increasing exports. Our response to those who wage a trade war against the whole world and include our country would be heading towards new markets and new alliances.
Perhaps the biggest reason for this worsening relationship between NATO allies, Andrew Brunson. He's an American evangelical pastor that Turkey says supported the failed military coup 2 summers ago. He's been in jail ever since, about to face trial on terrorism and spying charges. Brunson denies all of the allegations. The U.S. says there's no evidence credibly against him, but Erdogan has resisted any pressure to release him. With me in studio, our senior international affairs correspondent, Owen Alterman. We're also joined by Toon Beemsterboer. Toon is a correspondent in Turkey with NRC Handelsblad. Toon, thanks for being with us. Want to ask first about the situation with the Turkish economy. I know that it's recovered slightly, but how bad is the lira today, and how is it impacting business in the country?
Well, the lira tumbled again this morning when Asian markets opened to a new record of 77.2 against the dollar. And after the central bank came with a series of measures to stem the lira's fall, it slightly recovered, but the situation remains very, very volatile. I did a little round amongst small business owner yesterday in Beyoğlu, and everyone says that they start to feel the pain. It's not as worse as they thought it would be. Shops stay open longer to get the same amount of revenue. Some restaurants stop selling dishes because the imported ingredients are too expensive. But for the rest, some prices are higher. The big question is, will this rot go to the banking system? And that's what the central bank tried to avoid today.
And Toon, even as we speak, Tayyip Erdogan, the president, is speaking live now in front of an audience about the perhaps growing U.S. sanctions and about his relationship overall with America. We are going to listen to this and get you updated on what he has to say coming up later here in I-24 News. Let me turn as well to Owen. Owen, how much of this perhaps is because of the relationship with the U.S., the threat of double sanctions, and how much is because independent of the U.S., the economy is not that strong? Double-digit inflation that he can't shake. Questions about Erdogan's vision for the economy, his plan to control spending?
I think, Jeff, it's not either one of those. It's the fact that the economic governance hasn't been good. Look, countries have higher inflation. Inflation goes up, but that just means the central bank is supposed to raise interest rates. But Recep Tayyip Erdogan saying he doesn't want the bank to raise interest rates, appoints his son-in-law to govern monetary policy and to govern economic policy so the interest rates don't go up. This is what the markets are begging and pleading for, and this is what they want to hear from the central bank governor. And it's what they haven't heard, and that's why we see the currency tumbling.
Toon, as Erdogan speaks, maybe we'll get some clarity on this in a little bit later, but I understand some people are being arrested or being interrogated for tweeting and putting on Facebook bad comments about the economy. What's the story with that?
Yeah, that's the latest report from Anadolu, the state press agency. They say that more than 300 people have been arrested for comments on social media. And it's a recurring theme here, actually. I mean, after the Turkish military invasion in the Syrian enclave Afrin, we saw the same thing. People who criticized this operation or in any way were rounded up and were later released.